Tool and Machines model RSL1 is a multiple station machine that sizes heat exchange coil return bins and loads solder rings, all in one convenient operation. Since the ring loading and sizing occur in the same machine, and all operations are actuated hydraulically rather than mechanically, the unit is very compact in design. Although the RSL1 is very compact, Tridan's engineers have included expandability in the unit, with 3 additional station sites available for adding custom applications. In operation, the RSL1 feeds return bins from a hopper to the indexing head, which grips each return bend and rotates the bend to the station that sizes the open ends for coil insertion and to receive the soldering rings. It then rotates to the station that applies the solder rings, which are fed from their own hopper. The completed return bends are then indexed to the exit position, where they are ejected from the indexing head. Let's look at each of these operations in a little more detail. Both the return bend hopper and the solder ring hopper should be kept half full to ensure proper feeding of the parts to the indexing head, as you see here. Inside the cabinet of the RSL1 and directly under the top plate is the locking mechanism, which locks the indexing head in a dead fixed position for the sizing and ring loading operations. Watch now as the unit is indexed manually. And now during automatic operation. In this next sequence, the RSL1 is running normally, but without return bends or rings being fed into the indexing head. First, we see the return bend feeding station. Then the sizing station, which is located at the rear of the top plate. Then the ring loading station. And lastly, the finished product chute. The locking mechanism can be seen at the bottom. Now, let's look at each station as product is fed and the RSL1 is operated manually. The return bend is loaded into the indexing head. It is then indexed to the sizing station. After sizing, the return bend is indexed to the ring loading station where the solder rings are applied. And once again in fully automatic operation. The RSL1 is controlled from the operator's station. From this control panel, the RSL1 can be operated in automatic or fully manual control. In the upper left corner is the green button that starts the hydraulic pump motor. Directly below it is the motor stop button. Activating the large emergency stop button kills all electric power to the RSL1. The next series of controls sets the automatic or manual functions. At the top is the switch that sets automatic or manual mode for the RSL1. For manual control of the RSL1, there are buttons for indexing, return bend loading, return bend sizing, and ring loading. In manual mode, the sequence of button operations is as follows. Load a return bend. Index, load another return bend. Index, load a bend, size. Index, load a bend, size. Index, load a bend, size, ring load. Once the indexing head has completed one full cycle, you simply index, load a return bend, size, and ring load. With the mode switch set to automatic, the on and off buttons on the right side of the control panel control the automatic operation of the RSL1. There is also a countdown counter located above the on button that must be set for the number of cycles that you want the machine to perform. The RSL1 will not operate in automatic mode unless some number greater than 0 is entered in the counter. Adjustments to the hydraulic system are easy to perform and conveniently located on the back of the machine. The hydraulic pump pressure is read from a gauge that comes directly off the pump manifold. To change the pump pressure, the lock nut on the pump pressure adjustment screw is loosened, and an Allen wrench is used to advance the screw inward to increase pressure and outward to decrease pressure. The hydraulic cylinders for indexing, loading, sizing, and ring loading are individually flow controlled by a valve assembly next to the hydraulic pump. From top to bottom, the individual valves control indexing, return bend loading, return bend sizing, and ring loading. These valves determine the operating speed of the individual hydraulic cylinders. As the hydraulic oil returns from the system back to the pump, it is cycled through a screw-on filter equipped with a pressure gauge. When the gauge needle enters the red area, this indicates that a new filter is needed since the old filter is becoming plugged and is in danger of starving the pump. The RSL1 ring sizer and loader. Compact, hydraulically operated, expandable, and simple to operate and maintain.